Hi Utkarsh, how are you?
I'm quite well. You?
I'm good too, thank you. And thank you so much for speaking with us on You're Not Alone Conversations. How's
Yeah, I am the founder of Network Capital. I really believe nobody should be alone.
uh,
So, it's a good fit.
I completely agree. I think the community you've built is absolutely amazing. But before we start talking about the community, how's the lockdown been for you?
It's been revealing. I feel that lockdowns have a way of revealing ourselves to us. Sometimes we get too busy in our day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
So, this is a great time to understand what matters to us and why.
Hmm.
And historian Yuval Noah Harari puts it beautifully that emergencies have a way of accelerating history. And
Mhm.
to me, I can definitely, some of the changes that have been brought about by the lockdown
Hmm.
are going to be permanent in nature. And I'm quite curious to see what might that be, and what are some choices that we as people can take
Hmm.
to make sure that the post-COVID world
Hmm.
is a world that we want to design together.
I think that's really beautifully put. So you mentioned that lockdown sort of have a way of revealing something about yourself. So what has it revealed about you?
I think what matters most to me is bringing the best out of other people,
Hmm.
and network capital is an apt reflection of that.
Hmm.
And I've uh, enjoyed that immensely, even during lockdown. Actually, if you look at our numbers of our subscriptions, so
Hmm.
they have, of course, shot up, and that's good for business.
Hmm.
But what's given me most satisfaction is the fact that we have now seen our entire community come together and
Right.
do more for each other, create new kinds of opportunities,
Hmm.
internships for people who've lost them,
Right.
jobs for people who've lost them. There's
Right.
a subgroup focused entirely on mental health, COVID related. Then there's
Right.
an art group that gets together to
Oh,
draw and paint together. We have a happy hour every Wednesday at 10 p.m.
wow.
where people from around the world come together to have unstructured conversations. And this is, of course, complementing the career related stuff that we do, mental models, career principles. So
Right.
while we are largely uh, a career focused community, but
Mm-hmm.
I think work and life are not two distinct things, but they often interact. And I think this COVID crisis makes it super clear for all of us.
Right. No, I totally agree. And honestly, like I think I don't want to say extracurricular things that people are doing, but things that people are doing as hobbies as a community. I think that's really come out on Network Capital. Like I've been noticing a lot of posts that you've been putting up as well. And I think
Well,
the
that's just one aspect of it. You might have seen that we've launched Network Capital TV, which you can access at networkcapitaltv.com
right.
or networkcapital.tv. It's a fully fledged, think of it like Netflix for careers. And it largely came out because our community members said
Hmm.
that this is a tense time. We're not able to concentrate for our long form masterclasses. So you
Mhm.
must figure out a way in which you can break down these masterclasses into smaller bits. So that's what we did. We built a full-fledged product, largely because the community wanted to consume content a certain way. You
Yeah.
would have noticed as well.
Yeah.
People are not watching long-form content, whether it's movies or anything. People are snacking on content.
Of
So we
course.
looked at the behavior, we looked at the data, and then
Yeah.
created a product around it.
Yeah. No, I think even through the lockdown, I think we've all rallied as a community as well. So, has there been any
I think so.
certain sentiment that you've noticed amongst everyone who is part of Network Capital, other than the fact that they're of course coming together? But do you think
Yeah.
they're all geared up for the post-lockdown scene, or are they all a little apprehensive about it?
So, what we do on Network Capital Insider is to make sure that our members are prepared for what's to come. So,
Hmm.
one thing that we've asked people to steer clear of are post lockdown predictions. The truth is, nobody knows when will lockdown end, what will
Yeah.
life post lockdown look like. So, the
Yeah.
only thing that we can do as a community is to make sure that we get through each day, taking it
Right.
one at a time, and
Right.
taking it as a community. So we spend very little time on speculating about the future. But what
Right.
we do is that we do have very deep dives on career focused master classes, and we do a lot of creative endeavors together,
Right.
books, so on and so forth. And I also we have daily office hours for about 4 to 5 hours every single day,
Right.
where we have conversations, short conversations with hundreds of members. And
Mm.
there we get to understand the anxieties as well that people have. It's
Yeah.
all well and good if you have a great job and you're making decent amount of money. But there are lots of people who lost these opportunities. What about them? As somebody rightly said, those who are affected most by the COVID crisis
Yeah.
are among the most vulnerable people.
Yeah.
So, what can we do to sort of extend our empathy? There's a researcher called Jamil Zaki who's
Mm.
written extensively about it. In fact, I built upon his research and wrote in the Mint about
Mm.
how we can use this opportunity to scale our empathy as well. It's not a fixed quantity.
Right.
And I've been enthused by the way the communities come together. If anything, we're definitely growing every day, but
Yeah.
I think more than growth, which is a byproduct,
Yeah.
a more interesting phenomena is that we are taking leaps and bounds in terms of empathy.
Right. No, I couldn't agree more. And I think the point about how, as a community, we need to sort of navigate through the lockdown and post the lockdown. And it's only as a community that we'll succeed. We can't do it individually at this point. But Utkarsh, thank you so much for talking with us on You're Not Alone conversations. I think from our conversation right now, a lot of people who are listening to us would be able to realize and probably work as well as a community to get through the lockdown and to get past all the worries that they're going through. But
I'm glad that you're doing it. Thank you very much for hosting me, and I wish you and others the best of times.
thank you so much, Utkarsh. Everyone, please stay safe and stay home. Take care. See you, Utkarsh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.